Hello and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we're going to talk about a fragrance from the house of Dior. So we are on this kick. I typically don't like doing fragrance videos or fragrance reviews for samples, but hey, it is what it is. And I got some pretty cool deluxe samples from the house of Dior with my last few purchases, two of which are newer releases from the house of Dior. And I'm like, why not? Let's do it. Let's have this review. Let's talk about it. So let's review Dioriviera. So here we have a little sample. It's amazingly cute. So this is what the sample looks like. It is a 0.25 ounce sample. It comes in an exact same box that you would get if you were to purchase fragrance. For reference purposes, I have a 8-ounce box here. And if you look at it, it's so cute. It's exactly the same. It's the same material, the same thing. It's just amazing. So yes, I have it, and I think it is, let's take a look. It's 7.5 mils in this little vial, and this is what the little sample looks like. So this is Dior Riviera, and then I have here a couple of different sizes, actually a few. So this is going to be the 4-ounce one, or 125 ml size bottle. And then if you decide to get the big one, this is the one that it's offered in as well. Dior currently has some limited edition packaging, which is, I want to say it's cute. Now they don't have it in Dioriviera, but they do have it in Gris Dior, the Jasmine one, Sakura, and what else do they have it in? I can't remember the other one, but there are 4 total that are in this limited edition packaging. It's so cute. Well, it's kind of cute. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's floral, and Dior's kind of been doing this, really cool type of print thing on their actual boxes lately. So they decided to do that for the La Collection Privée. So very exciting. So if you are looking for a fragrance from the house of Dior, then definitely check out one of those limited edition products. But this one does not come in that packaging, and this is a 2023 release from the new perfumer, Francis Kurkdjian. And I was very hesitant because I like Francis Kurkdjian. I really do. I love his work. I think he's really, really talented. And with his brand itself, I kind of have a gripe with it. I think it's very expensive for what it is. It's a newer fragrance house. It hasn't been around that long. And although I get its niche, it's now owned by LVMH. It's a little expensive for what it is, especially if you're giving people very poor quality packaging. I have seen it in person. I think the caps are very cheap. The bottles are a little generic. The fragrance juice is nice. I can't speak and say that they are long lasting. When I first tried out Baccarat Rouge, when it was launched as an exclusive for Neiman Marcus, it was a long lasting fragrance. It was really good. But since then, I have heard and I have seen a bunch of people review that they have to get the L'Extrait de Parfum to actually get longevity. So that's a little bit concerning because the old one did have longevity. It did have performance. It lasted. I have to say this story. So when I worked for Dior, I got to travel to Chicago to do an event for Dior at one of the, flagship department stores. And it was Neiman Marcus. So I got to try Baccarat Rouge as it was just being launched. And I was very excited. It was very nice. It was very new. It was a new type of fragrance at that time. Not necessarily new, like he was a trailblazer, but it was, completely different to anything else in the market, that was very popular. And it was exciting, and I sprayed it on my suit, and I'm a heavy sprayer. I get that. But the fragrance itself, almost a month later, you could still smell traces of that fragrance on that suit, which is just ridiculous that, we have gone from that type of quality to what he has now. And then we've also increased prices because the fragrance is now popular, and a lot of people have worn that fragrance and kind of killed the vibe for me. So I don't really want to go into his brand and really check out a lot of things because I don't know. I'm not sure that I will like anything anymore. I think, when people overdo things and they overhype it, it kind of, kills it for me. But we have Dior Riviera here, which is his creation that he's doing for the House of Dior. And I have to say, I am very, very excited about this fragrance. I actually want a full-size bottle myself because he is able to capture the French and Italian Riviera perfectly. And it's not through citric notes, it's not through florals, it's not through woodiness, it's not through aquatic notes. It's just through 2 different notes, which is fig leaf and rose. That's all that is listed on here. Those are the only notes that are credited for this fragrance. And when you spray this fragrance or you try it on, you instantly get the fig plant. And that is all of the fig plant. That is the leaves, that is the fruit, that is the roots, that is the soil. And it's a wet, earthy soil that you get in this fragrance. And the rose is a background note in this fragrance. It's not going to be a big key component, but it's there. You can smell it, you know it's there, you can tell it's there. It gives it a nice, soft, rosy element to the fragrance itself. It's kind of like rose water, really, instead of the actual rose. Or, actually being in a rose garden, a very nice, beautiful, fragrant roses. It's a nice scent. I have to say, I am very excited about it because I have not actually seen or smelt a fragrance that gives you the whole freaking plant. And I know that sounds weird to get the whole plant, as a fragrance note. It just it just credits fig leaves, but you get the greenery of it. You get a very natural, raw element of the actual fig itself. And fig to me can go one of two ways. It can go really good or it can go really, really bad as well. He was able to make it a raw element in this fragrance and it shows. The fragrance literally does transport you to the Riviera. And what I mean by that, if you were to smell this fragrance and watch videos of the Italian Riviera or the French Riviera and smell this fragrance, you would transport there because it literally smells like you are on the seaside, the rocky coast, those beautiful, colorful houses, the beautiful trees and the air blowing back and forth. And you get a marine type quality to the scent. You also get that nice floral touch, but the floral touch is like if you were outside on the Riviera and there's rose bushes and the wind blows the smell of the roses towards you with those marine qualities, that beautiful fig plant, blowing in the wind. You can smell all of it. It's literally like being there. It's an amazing thing. I'm very surprised that I actually like it so much because it's a fragrance that kind of can come off as not having any character. It kind of comes off as a little bit wet. And I know that some people out there will probably think this smells like must, like mud. Like if you go outside and you get wet, that kind of vibe, that kind of smell that you get. This is what you're getting in this fragrance, but it's transported into the French and Italian Riviera. It's a good fragrance. Now the problem here is that the fragrance itself is a lighter scent. It's not going to be a long wearing fragrance. So don't think that you're going to spend all this money and get a beast mode fragrance, or you're going to get a fragrance that's going to last you, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. It's going to last you maybe 3 hours, and then it becomes a soft, delicate skin scent, which some people will like that. Some people like intimate fragrances, and this is definitely going to be one of those. But it's not going to be a fragrance that, projects, at least not after the 3-hour mark. Just keep that in mind that it's not going to do that for you, but it's definitely a nice scent. I think that if you are looking for a fragrance that's perfect for spring and summer, that, really transports you into a vacation spot, or you can't go on vacation like I can't, then definitely buy this scent and spray it on and it will transport you into that beautiful marine European coast. Now for price point, as of filming this video, there are 2 sizes available. So there is going to be a 125 ml size, which is 4.2 fluid ounces, which I have a bottle here. This is not of Dioriviera, but this is just of Purple Oud. And this size is going to run you $330 US, which it's not that bad really when you compare it to other brands out there. It is more expensive than, like, for example, Yves Saint Laurent's Le Vestiaire collection. Those are, I believe, $295 for the exact same size. This one's a little bit more, but not by much. And you do get really great quality out of these fragrances. And they also offer you a 250 ml size, which is this size here. This is of Santal Noir, not Dioriviera, which is going to equal to 8.4 fluid ounces. So a lot of juice in here, but you will have to pay $450 US. In my opinion, if you can save your money and you really like this scent, I would certainly say to try to get this size for one distinct reason. You're gonna get a better bang for your buck. You're only paying $120 more and you're getting double the juice. And the cool thing about getting a size like this is that you can actually share it with people you love. I believe it's Tobac color that I have given tons of family like decants of. And you can do that without having anxiety about running out because they are expensive fragrances. And that's the nice thing about getting this size. I think that the bigger size in the Dior family is better because, like I said, you can share it, you can spray it. And with a fragrance like Dior Riviera, you're definitely going to want to reapply it if you want to go to like a nice event or if it starts wearing off because it is a more softer, more delicate scent. Now, I will say that there's another fragrance that is in the same category as this from the Dior La Collection Privée collection, which is Eden Rock. And I'm just gonna be blunt with you. I hate that fragrance. I think it's really, really bad. I struggle with migraines as it is, but one of my triggers is not fragrance. And that one fragrance triggers my migraines and nausea like you have no idea. It's a personal thing. It's not that the fragrance is bad itself. I don't like the scent either, but the fragrance itself just triggers migraines for me. I think that the marine like qualities in that fragrance are terribly done. It's very sloppy, it's very synthetic. And what irks me about, charging this much for a fragrance is that they are going to use synthetic components to make it. So this is a better alternative to Eden Rock. And I think it's better than Eden Rock. I think it's a little bit more simplified than Eden Rock, but it's a better fragrance overall. And I feel bad saying that because I do like Francois Dimashi's work, but that was not a good perfume for him whatsoever. So, what do you think of this fragrance? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let me know down in the comments. Also, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more fragrance related content. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care.